Are you ready to dive into the juiciest scoop of 2024? The year has just begun, and before we've even had time to finish off the last of our New Year's leftovers, the internet is already buzzing with drama. So, who's at the center of this whirlwind controversy? None other than the legendary Katt Williams, the comedian who's never been one to shy away from speaking his mind. Katt recently made a guest appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shade podcast, and he didn't hold back one bit. Now let's talk about the queen of daytime television herself, Oprah Winfrey. Katt Williams didn't just name drop her, he went full throttle, spilling the tea on some alleged industry shenanigans that had everybody's jaws dropping quickly. But here's where things get really interesting. Rumour has it that Oprah wasn't too thrilled about being called out by Katt. In fact, there's talk circulating that she's trying to throw some intimidation his way. But guess what? Our man Katt isn't about to back down. Not now, not ever. He's standing firm like a rock in a sea of drama. Katt Williams, armed with nothing but his wit and a microphone, sauntered onto Club Shay like he owned the place. He didn't just spill the tea, he practically brewed a whole pot and served it up piping hot for all to sip on. You see, Katt's not just a comedian, he's a truth seeker, a warrior of words, a fearless champion of keeping it real. And when he saw certain individuals spewing what he deemed to be bold-faced lies on Shannon's couch, he knew he had to step in and set the record straight. From Cedric the Entertainer to Steve Harvey, from Michael Blackson to Kevin Hart, nobody was safe from Katt's sharp tongue. He dissected their talents, critiqued their skills, and laid it all out on the table for the world to see. And as for Oprah? Well, let's just say she got a front row seat to the Katt Williams show, whether she wanted it or not. Even Martin Lawrence found himself caught in the crossfire. But the darkest of Katt's criticism likely weren't sending him any love notes either. It was like open season on the airwaves, with nobody spared from the verbal beatdown. But why all the hate? Where did it come from? Well, let's rewind a bit and take a trip down memory lane. There was a time when Oprah was practically untouchable, especially in the black community. She was more than just an interviewer, she was an icon, responsible for some of our most cherished content. But lately, her image has taken a bit of a hit. A quick scroll through Twitter reveals a shift in public perception, with tweets questioning her past relationships and suggesting she's finally facing the consequences. A far cry from the days of widespread admiration, that's for sure. Let's not forget about Dave Chappelle. In his Netflix stand-up, he didn't shy away from calling out folks like Oprah and Kevin Hart for potentially compromising their values for fame and fortune. Dave supposedly remarked that once you see their genuine faces, you won't be able to stand them. And who was he talking about? None other than our very own Oprah Winfrey. Yep, you heard that right. The media mogul herself is making headlines for all the wrong reasons these days. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Reportedly expressed frustration about how effortlessly folks like Oprah can glide through the media business despite their questionable actions. Like they've got some kind of golden ticket to do whatever they please. And let's talk about controversies, shall we? Oprah's got a laundry list of them. From accusations of smear campaigns against her critics to unsettling allegations about her connections, she's no stranger to the drama. Remember John of God? Yeah, Oprah legitimized that whole mess as a miraculous faith healer. But perhaps the most glaring controversy of all is the Monique-Oprah showdown. Monique has accused Oprah of essentially sabotaging her career, leaving her on the brink of homelessness, and Oprah hasn't even bothered to apologize. For 8 long years, Monique and her family have suffered the consequences of standing up to the powers that be. Why hasn't Oprah said sorry yet? Well, some say it's all down to ego and pride. In 2009, when Oprah and Tyler Perry dropped Precious on the world, they sent Monique on a whirlwind publicity tour. But when the dust settled, Monique was left out in the cold with no apology in sight. Monique recently dropped a bombshell revealing that she had no clue she'd been blackballed in Hollywood. Can you believe it? Monique suggested that someone in the industry decided to teach her a lesson because she wasn't playing by their rules. And you know what? She's not backing down. Here's where things get really jaw-dropping. Monique didn't hold back when it came to calling out Oprah for making unreasonable demands during their movie campaigns. Yep, you heard that right. Oprah herself was allegedly throwing her weight around behind the scenes. Talk about a power move. Doesn't stop there. Lee Daniels, the director extraordinaire, allegedly got in on the action too, making threats against Monique and taking Oprah's side in the whole debacle. But Monique didn't take it lying down. She stood her ground even when it seemed like the whole industry was against her. Here's where things take a dark turn. Monique, who's been open about her traumatic experiences with her older brother, faced disbelief when she first spoke out. When her brother was convicted of harassing another woman, Oprah extended an olive branch, inviting him onto her show and even trying to drag Monique along for the ride. Let's not forget about the Harvey Weinstein controversy. Monique tried to seek comfort from Oprah when they crossed paths in Hollywood, but it seems like Oprah wasn't exactly sympathetic to her plight. It's like the ultimate betrayal, folks, when someone you once looked up to turns their back on you when you need them most. Monique's skepticism regarding Oprah's assertion that she was unaware of her brother bringing her family onto the show adds another layer to the ongoing saga between the two. There's a lot of mistrust brewing, and Monique isn't the only one with doubts. Rose McGowan, a prominent voice in the #MeToo movement who didn't hold back, came to calling out Oprah's connections, particularly her relationship with Harvey Weinstein. McGowan's concerns about Oprah's authenticity and her alleged involvement in supporting a problematic power structure for personal gain have sparked widespread discussion. Even singer Seal got in on the action, accusing Oprah of being aware of Weinstein's misconduct and not taking any action. This is questions about Oprah's role in the industry and her alignment with certain figures despite her public stance against misconduct. While Oprah has positioned herself as a champion and advocate during the #MeToo movement, her associations with individuals like Weinstein have raised eyebrows and prompted criticism from various quarters. The relationship between Oprah Winfrey and Harvey Weinstein has come under scrutiny, especially considering the broader context of Weinstein's actions and how they were allegedly known within the industry. It suggests that Oprah was part of the Hollywood circle where information about Weinstein's misconduct was known. However, it's important to note that Weinstein's behavior was tolerated and enabled by some in the industry, not just Oprah. Oprah's philanthropy and generosity have been well documented, but even these aspects of her public image have faced criticism. For example, there were reports that Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson asked the public to contribute to the Maui wildfires while allegedly contributing only $10 million themselves. Criticism and the comment section of the accompanying video had to be turned off due to the backlash. Finally, there's a growing sentiment of weariness toward Oprah, with some expressing criticism of her wealth and influence. Overall, Oprah Winfrey's connections and influence in Hollywood have come under scrutiny, with some questioning the extent of her involvement in certain matters and her relationships with controversial figures. So what's your thoughts on this? Do let us know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to watch piping hot entertainment content.